Picture a world where formidable trials shape our character, where each challenge we face is an opportunity for growth. Today, we embark on a transformative journey inspired by the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, the illustrious Roman emperor and philosopher, known as the Philosopher King. Amidst his own trials, political upheavals, personal sorrows, he penned Meditations, a profound work brimming with wisdom for navigating life's adversities. As we navigate through 10 timeless lessons, we will discover the art of resilience and inner strength. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to master our perspective, accept the things we cannot change, and embrace the present moment. He emphasizes cultivating humility, practicing gratitude, and transforming challenges into opportunities. We learn to focus on what we can control, nurture inner tranquility, practice detachment from external validation, and forge ahead with unwavering determination. In today's fast-paced world, where uncertainty reigns, these lessons become our compass, guiding us to navigate the complexities of life with grace and wisdom. By applying Marcus Aurelius's insights, we can turn adversity into a powerful catalyst for self-discovery, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and purposeful life. Join us as we unlock the profound wisdom of a Stoic master and discover how we can emerge stronger and more resilient in the face of life's challenges. Lesson 1: Mastering your perspective is rooted in one of the most fundamental Stoic principles. We control how we see the world, not what happens in it. In Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, this idea takes center stage, offering us a mental toolkit to transform our experience of reality itself. The power of perspective. Imagine a storm, a fierce, unrelenting storm battering a sailor's ship. The sailor can't stop the storm, nor can he escape its fury. But he can control his mind. He can choose to see the storm not as an enemy but as a test of his skill, endurance, and spirit. This is the heart of mastering your perspective. We can't prevent life's storms, loss, failure, rejection, but we can decide how to interpret them. We can choose to see adversity as a trial, or as a crucible for growth. It's not what happens, but how you respond. Marcus Aurelius taught that external events have no power over us unless we give them power. It's our judgments about those events, what we think they mean, that define their impact on us. For example, if you lose your job, you could spiral into despair, thinking it's the end of your career. Or you could reframe it. Now, you have the freedom to pursue a new opportunity, one you may have never considered before. The event is neutral, it's your perspective that determines its value. Reframing the impossible. When a challenge appears insurmountable, like a mountain towering before you, the first instinct might be to see it as a barrier, an obstacle. But what if, instead, you saw it as a chance to conquer something that few dare to? Instead of a wall, see it as a ladder leading you to new heights. This shift in perspective opens the door to growth. Your mind is the lens through which life is filtered. Clean that lens, and you see possibility where others only see defeat. The perspective of the cosmos. Marcus also encourages a cosmic perspective, seeing yourself as a small but integral part of the vast universe. When you take a step back and recognize how small any given problem is within the grand scope of time and space, it loses its sting. You might realize that what seemed like a catastrophe is but a fleeting moment in the infinite fabric of existence. This detachment empowers you to rise above the trivialities and focus on what truly matters. Why mastering your perspective is intriguing. It's like wielding a superpower. When you master your perspective, you gain control over how events affect you. You are no longer a slave to external forces. You become the architect of your own experience. This mindset allows you to turn every hardship into a learning opportunity, every setback into a step forward. By reframing life's challenges, you free yourself from the prison of negative thinking and unlock the ability to find meaning, purpose, and strength in any situation. You can navigate life with unshakable composure, even as the storms rage around you, because you've mastered the most powerful tool at your disposal, your mind. In essence, you are not the sailor trapped in the storm. You are the storm, directing the winds of your life with purpose. Lesson 2: Accept what you cannot change embodies one of the Stoic philosophy's most liberating ideas, embracing the inevitable. The core teaching behind this is that fighting against reality, things outside of your control, only leads to suffering. Instead, by accepting what you cannot change, you free yourself from the chains of frustration and find peace. The wisdom of acceptance. Picture a river's strong current, flowing relentlessly. You could thrash and struggle against the water, only to exhaust yourself, making no progress. Or you could surrender to the current, using it to your advantage, gliding along its flow. Life, with all its twists and unexpected turns, is like that river. Events will happen, painful, joyous, neutral, many of which you have no control over. Trying to fight them is futile, accepting them is liberating. What happens outside of us is indifferent, but our response to it is where our true power lies. Resistance breeds suffering. The Stoics recognize that human beings often get trapped in cycles of unnecessary suffering, not because of what happens to them, but because of how they resist reality. Imagine being caught in traffic on your way to an important meeting. You can yell, bang the steering wheel, and stress out, but none of that will change the situation. You're still in traffic. The Stoics would ask, why waste your energy fighting something you cannot alter? The wise response is to accept the reality, and in doing so, reclaim your peace of mind. This lesson goes deeper than everyday annoyances. It applies to profound life events, aging, loss, death, disappointment. We are taught to resist these aspects of life, to see them as enemies. But the Stoic approach flips this. Instead of fearing the uncontrollable, embrace it. These elements of existence are not intrusions on life, they are life itself. The intrigue of surrender. You might wonder, what's intriguing about giving up? But Stoic acceptance is not passive surrender, it's the ultimate form of courage. Imagine accepting a painful truth, losing a loved one, failing at a long-held goal, or realizing a dream is out of reach. Rather than letting these events crush you, accepting them allows you to evolve. Acceptance is like armor. It doesn't make you invincible, but it strengthens you in a way that battling reality never could. Once you accept what you cannot change, you're free to invest your energy into what can be changed: your thoughts, your actions, your future. A more fatty, loving fate. Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics took this lesson a step further by not only advocating acceptance, but loving fate. The idea is to love whatever happens to you because it is part of the grand tapestry of life, woven by forces larger than you. Even when things seem terrible or unfair, these experiences shape you. Instead of merely tolerating adversity, love it as a sculptor loves the chisel that shapes his masterpiece. This practice is not resignation, it's empowerment. It means recognizing that everything you endure can, if you allow it, refine you into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. There's beauty in the unpredictability of life, and through acceptance, you can find profound peace amid chaos. Accepting the unchangeable. Imagine walking through a forest in autumn. The trees shed their leaves, the cold bites, the sky darkens. You cannot stop the seasons from changing. But instead of cursing the winter, you can appreciate the stark beauty in the bare branches and the quiet it brings. This is the essence of acceptance, not wishing for a reality that doesn't exist, but finding meaning and even beauty in the one that does. Why accepting what you cannot change is intriguing. It's a paradox. By embracing what you cannot control, you gain control over your mind. This shift in perspective allows you to walk through life unburdened by the constant fight against what simply is. There's immense power in choosing how you react to the uncontrollable. Rather than wasting energy resisting, you can channel your strength into transformation, growth, and purpose. In a world obsessed with control, the Stoic principle of accepting the unchangeable offers something rare: freedom. When you let go of the futile battle against life's inevitable forces, you become the calm in the storm, the one who can weather any hardship with grace. And that is where true strength lies. This lesson is not about giving up, it's about rising above the chaos, using acceptance as a tool to navigate the unchangeable currents of life with serenity and wisdom. Through acceptance, you discover an unshakable inner peace that no external force can ever disturb. Lesson 3. Embrace the present moment teaches one of the most profound and elusive principles of Stoicism: living fully in the now. In a world where our minds are constantly pulled in multiple directions, past regrets, future anxieties, This lesson is a wake-up call to engage with the one reality that is truly ours, the present moment. The power of the present. Imagine your life as a series of fleeting moments, each dissolving into the next. The past is a shadow, unchangeable. The future is a dream, uncertain and out of reach. The only thing you have, the only thing that truly exists, is this very second. Right now. What are you doing with it? The Stoics believe that the present moment is where your power resides. By grounding yourself in the now, you strip away the weight of things you cannot change, the past, and the uncertainty of things you cannot control, the future. You are free. Time is the most precious currency we have, yet so much of it is wasted in distractions, worry, or dwelling on things long gone. Imagine life as a blink. There's an intriguing image the Stoics often played with. Life is like a blink. Think about it. Compared to the eternity of time, our lives are incredibly brief. What would you do if you knew that this moment, right here, was the last clear second you had? That's the intensity with which Stoicism teaches us to embrace the present. When you're fully anchored in the moment, life slows down, and you experience it in its raw, vivid reality. Food tastes better, conversations feel richer, even the simplest things like the wind on your skin become profound. The trap of past and future. Why is it so hard to live in the present? Because our minds are expert time travelers. We often replay painful memories, wondering, what if I had done this differently? Or we cast ourselves into the future, anxious about what's to come, asking, what if it all goes wrong? These are tricks of the mind, illusions that keep us trapped in a loop of regret or fear. But here's the Stoic revelation: neither the past nor the future exists right now. They are mental constructs. You can't step into yesterday or fast forward to tomorrow. Why live in places you can never touch? Anchoring in the present. The moment you stop letting your mind pull you in those directions, something incredible happens. You start living with clarity and presence. The Stoics believed this was the key to peace and joy. Life becomes manageable because you're no longer trying to control things beyond your reach. You exist where you have influence, here and now. Think about this. How many times have you eaten a meal while scrolling on your phone or zoned out in a conversation thinking about something else? When we're not present, we're barely alive in those moments. But if you train your mind to embrace the present, everything becomes more meaningful. The food tastes better, the conversation deepens, the air feels fresher. You're no longer sleepwalking through life, you're truly awake. The urgency of presence. This lesson carries with it a sense of urgency. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, wrote to himself, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This might seem morbid at first, but it's meant to jolt us awake. We have no guarantee of tomorrow, so why waste today on things that aren't real? Imagine if you approached every day with that awareness. Not in a way that induces panic, but in a way that encourages you to savor life's moments and make them count. How different would your choices be? Would you keep waiting to pursue your passions, say the things that need to be said, or forgive the person who wronged you? Flowing with life. When you embrace the present moment, you also stop resisting life's flow. Things happen around you, some good, some bad, but you're not distracted by the what-ifs. You face each moment as it comes head-on. If you're fully engaged in the present, you're not wasting energy fighting reality. You flow with life rather than against it. This doesn't mean passivity. It means being fully alive and aware, taking action from a place of clarity. Living the eternal now. There's something almost mystical about living in the present. The Stoics believe that in mastering the art of presence, you tap into a state of eternal now. Past and future cease to haunt you because, in each second, you're fully alive, making the most of what's right in front of you. And paradoxically, it's by fully embracing the moment that you secure a better future. Your future is shaped by what you do right now, how you act, how you think, how you engage. How to embrace the present moment. Mindfulness. Practice bringing your attention back to the present. When you feel yourself drifting to thoughts of the past or future, gently guide your mind back to the here and now. Deep observation. Take time to observe the world around you, no matter how mundane. Notice the colors, the textures, the sounds of life happening right now. Gratitude for now. Every present moment is a gift you won't get back. Reflect on this. Even in pain or discomfort, there's value to be found in experiencing the moment fully. The intrigue of living in the now. Living in the present moment is a kind of superpower. While others are trapped in mental time loops, you are the one fully alive. You're the one who can face life head-on, unburdened by yesterday or tomorrow. You're awake to the richness of the moment, and through this presence, you discover peace, clarity, and a profound connection to life itself. Embracing the present moment is the ultimate freedom, a place where time doesn't rush you and life feels fuller. It's where we find the true essence of living. Lesson 4. Cultivate humility and empathy teaches us that, while strength and self-mastery are vital in Stoicism, true wisdom also lies in understanding our place in the vast web of human life. To truly thrive, we must balance our inner power with humility and empathy, embracing both our flaws and the shared experiences of others. The intrigue of humility. Humility is not about shrinking or thinking less of yourself. Instead, it's about recognizing that you are a tiny part of a much larger whole, the vast tapestry of humanity. It is about understanding that while you may have accomplishments and strengths, you are still a work in progress, like everyone else. This realization can be humbling, even liberating, because it frees you from the burden of having to be perfect. Imagine yourself standing on a mountain. From that high vantage point, you can see the vast landscape of life unfolding around you, each person, each event, playing its role in a complex system far beyond your control. It's a humbling thought, but also a powerful one. You are not the center of the universe, and that's a relief. You don't have to have all the answers. This shift in perspective allows you to let go of ego and embrace the reality that everyone, regardless of their status, is fighting their own battles and learning along the way. The Stoics' humility. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful emperors in history, constantly reminded himself of his mortality, his mistakes, and his limitations. Despite his title, he didn't see himself as above anyone else. He knew that in the end, we all share the same fate, and this made him humble. He viewed life as a fleeting moment in the grand scheme of things. His achievements were significant, but not the defining feature of his existence. In a world that often celebrates self-promotion, Marcus Aurelius teaches us that true strength lies in knowing how small we are. By practicing humility, we become more open to learning and more receptive to change. We are not trapped by the need to defend our egos or prove our worth to others. This is the secret of those who seem calm in chaos. They've mastered the art of seeing themselves not as the center of attention, but as a part of something greater. The empathy connection. But humility without empathy is incomplete. Empathy is what connects us to others in meaningful ways. It's about looking beyond your own struggles to recognize that everyone else is walking their own path, with their own set of challenges and triumphs. It's easy to get wrapped up in your personal experiences, but empathy pushes you to step outside of your mind and imagine the world from someone else's perspective. Empathy, from a Stoic standpoint, is not just about being kind, it's about understanding human nature. People make mistakes, they hurt each other, and they fall short. But the Stoic sees this as part of the human condition. When someone wrongs you, instead of reacting with anger or judgment, the Stoic asks, "What led them to act this way?" This doesn't excuse bad behavior, but it helps you see the complexity of the human experience, and in turn, you are less likely to hold grudges or be consumed by bitterness. In a sense, empathy gives you emotional armor. When you understand that others are struggling, just as you are, you become less reactive. The sharp edges of others' words or actions soften because you realize that those actions come from a place of pain, fear, or ignorance. This makes it easier to forgive, to let go, and to move forward. Humility and empathy as superpowers. When combined, humility and empathy create a powerful duo. Humility opens you to the idea that you don't know everything and that there is always room to grow. Empathy allows you to connect deeply with others, to understand their struggles, and to treat them with kindness. Together, they make you adaptable and resilient. Imagine the power in walking through life with the calm confidence of someone who knows their worth, but also understands that every person they meet is a fellow traveler on the same journey. You stop comparing yourself to others, you stop feeling threatened by others' success, and you stop needing to prove yourself. Instead, you walk in harmony with the world around you, offering support and understanding to those you meet. This isn't weakness, this is strength. The strong can afford to be humble and empathetic. They are secure enough in themselves to not need to dominate others, and wise enough to know that cooperation and understanding are far more effective tools than aggression and pride. How to cultivate humility and empathy. Reflect on your mortality. The Stoics believed that contemplating death made them humble. It reminded them that their time on earth was limited and that titles, wealth, and power would all fade. This practice can help you see life with clearer, more grounded eyes. Practice self-reflection. Regularly examine your actions and decisions. Ask yourself, where can I improve? What am I doing out of pride or insecurity? Acknowledging your flaws is not a weakness but a step toward growth. Listen without judgment. When others speak, especially when they are upset or disagree with you, try to listen without immediately forming a defense. Seek to understand their feelings rather than prove a point. This is empathy in action. Forgive others' mistakes. When someone wrongs you, pause and ask yourself what might have motivated their behavior. Everyone is dealing with invisible battles, and often hurtful actions stem from their own pain. This doesn't mean you excuse bad behavior, but you can choose to let go of the emotional weight it might otherwise impose on you. Help without expectation. Offer kindness and assistance without needing recognition or reward. The act of helping should be its own reward, as it allows you to step outside your own concerns and contribute to the well-being of others. A world transformed by humility and empathy. Imagine a world where humility and empathy were the guiding principles. People would be less judgmental, more understanding, and more willing to cooperate. Conflicts would decrease, and we would start to see each other as equals in the grand human experience, each doing their best with the tools we have. This is the Stoic vision of a balanced, harmonious life, one where your strength is paired with compassion, and your wisdom is rooted in humility. By cultivating humility and empathy, you not only improve your own life but contribute to a world that values connection over competition. The invitation. So, I invite you to embrace this lesson. Humble yourself before the vastness of life, recognize your limitations, and through this, unlock endless potential for growth. At the same time, cultivate empathy for those around you. In doing so, you'll find a sense of peace and purpose that transcends the ego-driven battles we so often find ourselves in. This is the path to true strength, to a life of depth and meaning, built on the bedrock of humility and empathy. Lesson 5. Practice gratitude invites us to explore a fundamental truth. Our happiness is not rooted in the endless pursuit of what we lack, but in appreciating the blessings already within our grasp. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, reminds us that while we might constantly crave more, there is immense power in pausing to acknowledge what we have. Practicing gratitude is a shift in perspective that can radically transform our experience of life. The hidden power of gratitude. Gratitude is more than a polite thank you or a fleeting acknowledgement of something good in your life. It's a profound, deliberate act of awareness. It's the ability to slow down and savor life in a world that pushes us toward endless striving. We live in a society that constantly tells us we're missing something: a better job, a bigger house, the next gadget. But the Stoics challenge this, asking us to reflect on what's truly necessary for happiness. Imagine you are walking through a dense forest. The trees block the sky, and for a while, all you see are shadows. But then, you catch a glimpse of sunlight breaking through the branches, a reminder that light is always present, even when obscured. Gratitude is that glimpse of sunlight. It's a reminder that no matter the darkness we face, there is always something good within reach, waiting to be noticed. The Stoics' view on gratitude. For the Stoics, gratitude was a key practice because it brought them into alignment with reality. The world doesn't owe us anything, and yet, we are surrounded by gifts we often overlook. Marcus Aurelius practiced what he called negative visualization, a powerful exercise where he would imagine losing the things he cherished: his family, his health, his freedom. This wasn't meant to make him morbid. It was a way to deepen his appreciation for what he already had. By imagining life without these blessings, he was able to revel in their presence more fully. In doing so, he also trained his mind to be resilient, knowing that change is inevitable. Nothing is permanent, and gratitude is about embracing the impermanence of life with grace. A shift in perspective. Gratitude is not just about focusing on the positive, but about embracing the full spectrum of life's experiences. In the Stoic tradition, even challenges and hardships are seen as opportunities for growth, and therefore, worthy of gratitude. This doesn't mean you should enjoy suffering, but rather recognize that within every struggle is a lesson, a chance to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Consider the difficulties you've faced in the past. In the moment, they may have felt overwhelming, but over time, you likely grew because of them. Gratitude is the lens through which you can see your struggles not as enemies, but as teachers. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" the Stoic asks, "What can I learn from this?" This shift from victimhood to empowerment is what practicing gratitude is all about. The intrigue of practicing gratitude. Practicing gratitude doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's a radical act of focusing on what's right in front of you, acknowledging the beauty in the small things that we so often take for granted. The warmth of the sun on your face, the taste of your favorite meal, the sound of laughter, all of these are treasures that enrich your life daily, if only you take the time to notice them. Gratitude can also be a form of rebellion against the insatiable desires of modern life. In a world that tells us we are never enough and never have enough, choosing to be content with what we already have is a revolutionary act. Gratitude turns the tables on society's endless quest for more and allows us to say, "I have enough. I am enough." How to practice gratitude like a Stoic. Daily reflection. Set aside time each day to reflect on 3 things you are grateful for. These can be big or small. What matters is the intention behind the practice. By consistently doing this, you retrain your brain to seek the good amidst the chaos. Negative visualization. As Marcus Aurelius did, practice imagining your life without certain key blessings. This could be your health, relationships, or even your freedom. While this might seem uncomfortable, it helps you appreciate those things with fresh eyes, and not take them for granted. Gratitude for challenges. Next time you face a hardship, instead of immediately resisting it, pause and ask yourself, what lesson is hidden within this struggle? The Stoic mindset teaches us that even our obstacles can be blessings in disguise, if we're willing to see them that way. Express it. Don't just feel gratitude, express it. Tell people what you appreciate about them. Write thank you notes. Acknowledge the small favors and acts of kindness that often go unnoticed. Gratitude shared is gratitude magnified. Gratitude in action. Practicing gratitude also involves taking care of the things and relationships you value. Whether it's nurturing a friendship, maintaining your health, or tending to a garden, gratitude in action means honoring the blessings in your life by giving them your attention and care. The profound impact of gratitude. Practicing gratitude is not just about feeling better in the moment. It has lasting effects on our overall well-being. Studies have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude are happier, more resilient, and have stronger relationships. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is present, from scarcity to abundance, from restlessness to contentment. Gratitude also makes you more resilient because it anchors you in the present, reminding you that, despite the challenges you may face, there are still things worth celebrating. It helps you weather the storms of life by giving you a foundation of appreciation to stand on. Imagine living a life where, no matter what happens, you can always find something to be grateful for. This doesn't mean you won't experience pain or hardship, but it does mean that you will have a tool to guide you through those difficult moments. Gratitude becomes your compass, always pointing you back to the things that matter most. The invitation. I invite you to embrace gratitude as a daily practice. See it as a powerful tool, not just a fleeting feeling, but a way of perceiving the world. Start small. Reflect on the good things that happen each day, no matter how insignificant they might seem. Gradually, you'll notice that this simple practice reshapes your mindset, making you more present, more content, and more connected to the richness of life. As Marcus Aurelius taught, refrain from indulging in fantasies about possessing what you currently lack. Instead, assess the primary blessings you do possess. In other words, don't waste your energy chasing after things that might never come. Focus on the gifts that are already in your hands. Gratitude, practiced consistently, can lead to a life of deep satisfaction and joy, where even the ordinary moments shine with significance. By weaving gratitude into the fabric of your life, you'll discover that it is a wellspring of resilience, happiness, and inner peace. It reminds you that no matter how turbulent life gets, there are always moments of beauty and grace waiting to be recognized. Lesson 6. Transform challenges into opportunities. Transforming challenges into opportunities is about flipping adversity on its head and seeing it as a doorway to growth, wisdom, and personal power. Marcus Aurelius understood that it's not the obstacles we face that define us, but how we respond to them. Every challenge can be a stepping stone, offering valuable lessons that help us evolve. The secret power of challenges. Consider challenges as hidden opportunities waiting to be seized. Instead of viewing a setback as a burden, think of it as a chance to grow stronger, much like a tree that develops its roots through the winds of life. Every obstacle can become part of your path to personal development. Reframing adversity. The key is to reframe your perspective. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" This shift allows you to extract value even from difficult situations. For example, losing a job may open the door to pursuing a long-neglected passion or gaining new skills. Inspirational examples. History is full of figures like Nelson Mandela, who used his imprisonment to reflect and grow, emerging as a unifying leader. Similarly, J.K. Rowling faced numerous rejections before creating the Harry Potter phenomenon. Their stories highlight how adversity can be transformed into empowerment. The craft of growth. Embrace a growth-oriented mindset. Welcome discomfort. Lean into challenges instead of avoiding them. Seek lessons. Ask, "What can I learn from this?" Reflect on past challenges. Consider how previous difficulties shaped you. Find inspiration. Learn from those who overcame adversity. Gratitude for obstacles. Thank your challenges for the growth they offer. The invitation. Next time you encounter adversity, approach it with curiosity. What opportunity is hidden here? By viewing challenges as chances for growth, you'll cultivate resilience and strength, transforming each setback into a step forward on your journey. Lesson 7. Focus on what you can control. Focusing on what you can control is like navigating a ship through a stormy sea. Marcus Aurelius teaches us to anchor ourselves in the aspects of life we can influence while letting go of the rest. This lesson emphasizes the profound wisdom of discernment, knowing where to direct your energy and attention. The power of control. In life, many factors are beyond our reach: the opinions of others, the past, and even certain outcomes. Instead of wrestling with these uncontrollable elements, shift your focus to your thoughts, actions, and reactions. This is where your true power lies. The art of letting go. Imagine standing at a crossroads. One path is cluttered with worries about what others think and the unpredictability of the future. The other path is clear, marked by your values, decisions, and efforts. Choose the clear path. This mindset not only reduces anxiety but enhances your resilience. Practical steps. Identify your sphere. Take a moment to list what you can control: your responses, attitudes, and choices. Release the uncontrollable. Consciously let go of worries about external circumstances, recognizing their futility. Act with intention. Invest your energy in actions that align with your values and goals. The invitation. In every situation, ask yourself, "What can I control here?" By honing in on your personal agency, you cultivate a sense of empowerment and peace, transforming chaos into clarity. This shift not only enriches your life but equips you to navigate challenges with unwavering resolve. Lesson 8. Nurture inner tranquility. Nurturing inner tranquility is like tending a garden of calm amidst the chaos of life. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that our thoughts wield immense power over our emotional state. When we cultivate peace within, we create a sanctuary that fortifies us against external turmoil. The essence of inner peace. Imagine standing on a turbulent shore, waves crashing all around. Inner tranquility acts as your anchor, allowing you to navigate life's storms with grace. By fostering a calm mind, you can approach challenges with clarity rather than panic, making sound decisions unclouded by emotional upheaval. Cultivating calm. Mindful moments. Carve out time for quiet reflection, meditate, journal, or simply sit in silence to reconnect with your thoughts. Nature's embrace. Spend time outdoors. Nature's soothing presence can replenish your spirit and restore balance. Gratitude practice. Regularly acknowledge the positive aspects of your life, shifting focus from stressors to blessings, fostering a more positive outlook. The invitation. Make nurturing inner tranquility a daily practice. By consciously fostering a serene mindset, you not only enhance your emotional resilience, but also create a space where creativity and joy can flourish. Embrace the calm, and watch as life's challenges become more manageable, revealing paths to growth and understanding. Lesson 9. Practice detachment. Practicing detachment is akin to being an alchemist of your own emotions, transforming the lead of external attachments into the gold of inner freedom. Marcus Aurelius urges us to cultivate this powerful skill as a means to navigate life's tumultuous waters without being swept away. The power of letting go. Imagine floating down a river, burdened by heavy stones, each one representing a desire, a possession, or the opinion of others. Practicing detachment allows you to release those stones, lightening your load and enabling you to navigate the currents with grace. By letting go of what you cannot control, you free yourself to focus on what truly matters, your internal values and spiritual growth. Cultivating detachment. Self-awareness. Regularly check in with your thoughts and emotions. Observe them without judgment, understanding their transient nature. Embrace impermanence. Recognize that everything, relationships, possessions, and circumstances, is fleeting. This awareness empowers you to find contentment within, rather than in external validations. Reflect on core values. Take time to identify what genuinely matters to you. When your actions align with your values, external pressures lose their grip on your emotional state. The invitation. By practicing detachment, you cultivate emotional resilience and strength, allowing you to face challenges with a sense of equanimity. Embrace this mindset, and watch as life's trials transform from burdens into opportunities for growth, paving the way for a more fulfilling and liberated existence. Lesson 10. Forge ahead with determination. In the grand tapestry of life, determination is the thread that weaves through the fabric of adversity, binding our aspirations to our actions. Marcus Aurelius invites us to embrace an unwavering resolve, propelling ourselves forward even when the road ahead is fraught with challenges. The power of perseverance. Picture a steadfast river carving its way through rock, its relentless flow shaping the landscape over time. This is the essence of determination, a relentless pursuit of your goals, undeterred by obstacles. It's about shifting your focus from what you lack to the myriad blessings already in your possession, transforming gratitude into a powerful catalyst for progress. Cultivating determination. Set clear goals, define your aspirations with clarity. When your destination is in sight, you can navigate the twists and turns of life with purpose. Break it down, divide your journey into manageable steps. Celebrate each small victory to sustain momentum and keep your spirits high. Practice self-compassion, acknowledge that setbacks are a natural part of growth. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, allowing space for mistakes without losing sight of your path. The call to action. By forging ahead with determination, you not only conquer obstacles but also cultivate resilience and inner strength. Embrace this lesson as an invitation to persistently advance toward your goals, transforming challenges into stepping stones. Remember, each effort you make builds a bridge to a more fulfilled and purpose-driven life, turning the journey itself into a magnificent adventure.